What's up, guys? It's Ivan. In this video, I wanted to finally go over the click bars that we've been waiting for so long. So in our previous videos, we've discussed the timers, we've discussed the magic pops, awesome stuff, especially if you don't want to do a landing page, you can still gather that client information. So something really cool. So now let's finish it off with the third kind of creation content feature available on ClickMagick, and that is click bars. So what a click bar is it's literally a bar at either the top or the bottom, which you can put into any page that allows cloaking, such as your affiliate links, which can have information on there that you yourself put down. So you can pick whatever information you want, and you can write there. You can say, hey, click here, hey, enter your email, hey, check this out, right? So you can do that, okay? One of the more popular things you see are actually banners. So if you go to a website, you may see these pop-ups that, or these bars that no matter whether you scroll up or down, they stay there at the top or bottom. Generally, they are the banners that you can put. Okay, so let me just show you where to go, how to set it up. So like I mentioned, this is what this click bar looks like. Okay, it's literally at the top. You can exit out of it, or you don't. There's an option not to do that. But what I'm gonna do, let me go to its content, MagickBar, create a new bar. So let's create a bar name again, test bar. You can make it at the bottom or the top. You can pick the height. Let's start with maybe 100. We can play around with it as we go. Okay, so depending on your banner, you'll want to have obviously the height of that banner here. Okay, let me see, unload. Right, so you can have the bar come up on load or after a certain amount of seconds. Shadow basically leaves a white line on the edge of your bar. It leaves a little white line. So if you have a black background, it's going to leave a little white line as a shadow. Okay. Closable is, can you close this bar or not? Totally up to you. You know, I would probably go with yes, but that's just my personal opinion. You can make it unclosable, so people always see it there, right? Spacer makes the bar centered in the middle. Background color, obviously, transparent background. You could make the entire background transparent. So if you're writing, hey, check this out, you can make it set on no background at all, just transparent, okay? You could put in existing URL content above, which will kind of just put the URL down at the bottom or at the top, or you could create your own. So let's go over into a few kind of options we have for selecting our own. So first of all, most obvious one is the source here. So if you have your own banner, you may want to put in the source there and just put it right in between body and it's done. Okay, probably the easiest way. Like I said, if you have a banner, you don't need to work around with this. But other than that, this works pretty much like um, um, like Microsoft Word, right? So you have bold here, italicized, underlined, strike through, removes format, stuff like that. So that's pretty simple. This has all your insert bullets and such. This, what does this do? This puts in some background color, I think. Let me see. Yeah, background color and text color. Okay. Font size, style. So these are straightforward. This creates a link. So if you click, it's going to take them to maybe another page. So this is really also really cool. If you're advertising an affiliate product and you actually have several products that you want to sell, you can put banners, multiple banners or multiple, click options for those other sites. And you can say, here's a site, I'm advertising, I don't know, dog food. And then at the bottom, I could say, hey, do you like cats? Hey, do you like giraffes? Check out this giraffe page. Click right over here to go to the giraffe. And you can send them to another affiliate link. Something pretty cool, okay? So, and like I said, you can also do this. It doesn't have to be your own page. It can be any page, okay? You can pick. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to select my template. I believe it's here. And you have these three options. You can create one column table. You can create two column table, which is just lines separated in the middle, or three columns. Up to you. For example, let's make two. And you can play around with this by moving this also, moving this here, etc., etc. If you want to adjust anything here, this thing does get a bit messy. I've been there, I've done that. Right click this, and I'd really recommend you adjust whatever you want to here by going to sell properties, okay? it's much easier. So you can adjust the width of your of this particular cell, the height of your particular cell, and such. Okay, stuff like that. Now, if you want to adjust the whole thing, you'd need to go to table properties. That will help you adjust everything, right, and fix all this. Advanced, and you can pick your stuff. You can change the width and the height of your bar placement. Okay, but the height in this case is automatically 100. So I'd recommend just keep those two consistent. Otherwise, your text will be like kind of squished, right? So that's that. So suppose we're gonna put in a timer saying, hey, so suppose your affiliate link which you're advertising, for example, it does not have a timer, and you want to say, hey, make sure to check this out ASAP before the timer expires. So you want to say maybe, hey, your limited time offer expires in, okay, so for example, we can do something like that, and we can increase the size of this. Let's see, that's 12, so we'd want to increase it to 20. Maybe we'd want to center it. Let me make it a bit bigger. (36) too much, maybe 28. You can play around if you have HTML. Just go to source and here play around with this. Like I said, it does get a bit messy. So here, for example, you can adjust the font size right there. But that's up to you. If you can, like I said, I'd recommend just going to table properties, doing everything from there. So here, for example, let's insert our timer. So your limited time offer expires, and so in our previous video, we've created that timer. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, I'm going to click this little button, timer, and I will insert. I will pick the timer. It's called test timer. That's the one that we've done in the previous video. I'm going to click OK. And there you go. My timer is there. So the background is that color. So whatever background I want, suppose I'll make it white. Let me just click preview, see what it's going to look like. It's going to take us to a random Wikipedia page. Okay, so it looks like this. It looks a bit squished, so we may need to increase the width there, okay? I'm going to play around with this a bit. Or, like I said, I'm just going to go to table properties, and I'm going to change, oops, no, that does the whole table. Sorry, I'm going to go to cell. Okay, let's go to cell properties, and let's increase the width of this cell by a bit. So the width of our timer, if you recall, was 608. So let's see what that gets us. So we're going to click OK. Let's go to preview content now. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I mean, for something like this, we may need to we may need to decrease the size of our timer, okay, which we can do by going back to content and back to timers, right there, and we'll just click edit. For this case, I'll just leave it as is. Oh, did it just delete everything? Oh, let me put this back in real quick again. After, yes. Sorry about that. Let me see. Click here to make sure your offer expires in. Okay, so something like that. I'm gonna click timer. There you go, made it as quick as I could. Okay, so there's that. Let me preview content again. And this time it's at the top. Yeah, so I've selected it at the top this time, right? So, yeah, so in this case, let me make this text. So this is something you do have to play around with unless you know HTML or unless you're inputting your banners. This is pretty messy. Like I said, I would probably suggest just putting your own banner in here. But let's say, let's do as much as we can. Let's see what we can do. We had it at 28. Yeah, your offer expires in, and then we have this thing here. Please select the timer. Yeah, let's see what it looks like now. So it's still a bit, so let's see if we can increase the width even more. It's going to be cell properties. Yeah, so we made it 600, right? Or 608. Okay, so a bit better. Let's keep going with this. Properties, I mean, in this case, maybe let's try 800. Yeah, so you'll have to keep going until you see the whole thing, and we may need to increase the height of our bars as well because our timer is so big. In this case, right? we should probably increase this a bit as well. I don't know, I'll make it 150. Test it out, right? There you go. So that's a bit better. You can scroll now, but still it doesn't include everything. So let me see what else. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, still a bit better, but it goes by inch. Okay, so step by step, you'll just have to play around with it. Just keep going to, oops, all these buttons here. So properties. Okay, inch by inch. Let me see. Let me make it. All right, it's getting there. Okay, but let me just, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create this bar. Just to save it, I'm gonna go back to timers and let me just adjust this a little bit, because the timer is really a bit too big to use for a click bar. I'll click save. I'm gonna go back to my click bar, going to click edit bar. Let's see what that's like now. So there you go. Okay, so that's a bit better. So I can probably decrease the height and width of that. Let me adjust it here. So I'll make it back to 100. Preview content, and there you go. Okay, so roughly something like that. And the best part is you can put this on any page you want to. So in this case, maybe I'll scoot it up a bit like that. I want a bit more space. There you go. Okay, so I'll need to still adjust the properties. Maybe I'll make it 1,000. And there you go. Okay, so something like that. Play around with it. You can set your background to whatever you want to. As you can see, here's that border that I was talking about. And just go ahead and input this in and see what it's gonna look like. Okay, so once you do that, you can click Save Changes. Let's go to links. Let's go back to our test pop-up page link that we've done. This is the page, which was some dog food page. And as we're about to exit, here's our pop-up, and we can also put the click bar, which there's no click bar here yet. Okay. So let me see. So we're going to need to scroll down and see this magic bar here. Okay. So magic bar, click test bar. That's the name of our bar. Click Save Changes. And now I will copy this. I will paste it there. And there you go. Okay. So that bar is there. If your scroll still stays there, people can exit out of it. But it clearly tells you that your offer can expire in this period of time. So something pretty cool, something that's available, all right? So I hope that helped you. I hope these 3 videos on ClickMagick allowed you to see some other options available that I did not know existed myself when I started. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. Please subscribe. For those of you that have subscribed, thank you. I do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video.